Tether also is, thinking about starting a DRAM. And actually, when we looked at that news, we saw that there's already a Euro Tether, there's already a Mexican Tether. Like there are actually a ton. And I mean, the share of market cap for stablecoins is not decreasing. It's clearly the engine behind the liquidity for basically most of the market. And it is not changing. We talked about that already.
That's a utility function, right?
Still strong.
I mean, it's the biggest crypto utility that there is. I mean, there are countries that have people relying on Tether to be able to hold their funds because the native fiat currency sucks so bad, are inflating to oblivion. So they get Tether, and I know that like a popular one is actually the Tron-based Tether, not this that we're just talking about, the Tether that's on Tron.
Because it's fast, with USDT.
It's cheap. It's fast, it's cheap, and it's easy to do. It's easy.
That doesn't protect you against inflation. That just takes whatever you've earned. Maybe you flip out what crypto has gone up in value, and you flip it into Tether.
No. It definitely affects you. So if I up until Malay, right? If I had Argentinian pesos, right, I would have half the value the next year. And so I take what I earn in pesos and I move it into USDT, and now it holds the value. That's what they're doing.
USDT is deflating or it's inflating. So I'm just making a statement. If you have USDT, which is paired with USD and other things, as the USD inflates, your Tether inflates the same way.
Sure, but but we're talking about 114% versus 7 or 2.
Of course. I'm just making clarifying.
If you look at it globally,
inflation,
there's not many economies that are doing better than the dollar. There are a few. When I look at my wallet in dollar, it is actually decreasing when I look back in my home country because I'm in Switzerland. But it's a pretty rare occasion. For most people, the dollar is actually more solid than their national currency.
Yep.
Sure.
All right.
Which is a very bad statement about fiat. Let's be clear.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like what happens in 10 years had happened in 10 years. I don't know what's going to happen with Malay. I think it's getting way better. But what happens in 10 years or even less, I think it's 4 years in Argentina, took America 100 years, to lose 96% of the value of the dollar or the currency. So it just happens way faster in some countries, and US is one of the slower ones. So, but you're right. They're all losing value.